Hello, my name is Jorge Enrique Munoz. I am 33 years old. I was born in the United States, Atlanta, Georgia, but I was raised in Colombia. Actually, my first language is Spanish and my second is English. I know a little bit of French, but not too much. So basically I make this video because I would like to provide with a personal profile as a person and as a teacher as well. So let's begin. Alright, so basically just to describe myself quickly, uh, I'm the kind of person who loves sports. I really love sports, especially football or soccer as you want to call this, and this is actually one of the sports that we practice the most in South America. Um, Also, one of my passions is about traveling, right? I like traveling because it allows me to get to know people from different cultures and languages as well, and obviously the sensation of getting to know new beautiful places like the one that you can see in this picture is something that is priceless. All right, but to be honest, the thing that I like the most is teaching, because I get involved with people who are becoming adults, right? Who are growing up and uh, helping to um, provide better resources in terms of education. So that's something that I love. In fact, I have been teaching for about 7 years, even before I got my BA. So that's what I love teaching. Let's continue with my profile. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about my degrees. So first of all, the first one I was part of a global leadership training program in 2009, which took place at UBC, University of British Columbia, which is located in Canada, Vancouver. I like this experience because I got the opportunity to teach English to several students from different parts of the world, right? So I got the opportunity to meet with Chinese people, Japanese, Mexican, Russian, etc. And that was a good experience because we got the opportunity to share cultures and languages, and we were united by the use of English. Then I got my TESOL uh, certification. As you know, this is one of the most important uh, certification in terms of teaching around the world, right? Because it's teachers of English to speakers of other languages. So TESOL, I think, was a good decision to complete this program. I also got this diploma in Canada. I actually uh, stayed at Mount Royal University at Calgary, Canada, right? So I also got a good experience because I learned how to structure my classes, to make lesson plans. These two instructors, as you can see here, they were my mentors. They guided me to become a good teacher in terms of planning good classes, very dynamic, and to become a resourceful person and to overcome any obstacle that can come on the way in terms of teaching. Um, Also, I got my BA in teaching Spanish and English in 2013 at La Salle University. That's basically one of the most prestigious university in Colombia. It was actually a really good experience because I stayed 5 years, um, you know, learning new strategies of teaching, improving my English, improving the strategies to teach English and Spanish and a little bit of French as well. And I am currently taking a master's degree, right, in teaching English and autonomous learning, but I have not finished yet. That's why I have not put that in the picture, because I'm still in the process of finishing. So I'm halfway in that case. All right, so let's see. I want to show you a little bit about my, professional experience. All right. Before I got my BA, I started working in a place called Bicultural, which actually was about teaching English to executives, right? These kind of classes were actually private classes, right? So basically, I went to like important companies in Colombia and have a one-on-one class to executives who needed English to speak in terms of business, right? Who needed to interact to foreigners or to use English all the time. So I worked there for about 2 years, right? I also got the opportunity, so I work with Smith Services. That's actually a oil company. As you know, petroleum or oil company here in Colombia is one of the main resources of business that we have around the world. So they need someone who help them to have one-on-one classes and help them to improve their English. And they also gave me a contract as a translator. So I got the opportunity to translate some manuals from English to Spanish or vice versa. So I worked in this place for about 2 years, as I mentioned before. And then, when in the following year, I started working for schools. So as you can see, this is the first name of the school. It's written in Spanish because it's a proper name, cannot be translated into English. So basically, what I did here at this school, I worked for about 3 years. Actually, there's a mistake here because I worked there from 2010 until 2012. All right, and I got the position as an English teacher and a Spanish teacher as well. And I got the opportunity to work with 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. So I actually got the chance to work in primary and junior high as well when I was working at this school. Then I moved to a school that was purely bilingual. That means that there were some subjects that were given in English. So here I have the chance to work in more fields, in more subjects, right? So I was in charge of the English department when I got to this school, and I worked with the following grades: 5th, 6th, 7th, 9th, and 10th. And in my last year, I worked with 11 too. And actually, I worked 3 years as well. I started in 2013, and I finished my job there in 2015. And also, as I mentioned before, I was not only specific in English, but I also work in language arts, and I prepare the students in CAT, PET, and TOEFL as well. So that was a good opportunity to enhance my experience as a teacher. All right. Finally, and this is the school where I'm currently working, is one of the best school in the country, right? Because they have a good salary actually. But also this school represented a new challenge for me. Why? Because I started teaching mathematics in English, so that was really challenging. But it helped me to improve my English in other kind of fields, right? And in this case, I just work with 4th grade primary, and I think they were a very good context to teach English. All right, let's see. This is some of the groups I have, as you can see. That can demonstrate all the experience that I have as a teacher as well. All right, just to talk a little bit about my conception about learning. So basically, as a teacher, I have three main parameters in terms of uh, my conception about learning. So the first one, it talks about motivational process, right? In this motivational process, the idea is to provide with enough resources, I'm sorry. So and also to give attainable goals to the student, right? So as we provide with dynamic resources, a really good environment, we can set attainable goals that students can achieve, and of course they're going to achieve or have good outcomes in terms of learning a new language. The second aspect that I take into account in terms of my conception about learning is about uh, leading the students to focus on problem solving. The idea is not to have students who just listen to the teacher. I don't want listeners. I want students who can analyze, to be analytical about things, right? I want them to be open-minded to self-regulated learning. That's the kind of student I want. And finally, collaborative learning. Why? Because the idea is that they become a good have a good sense about teamwork, right? The idea is that they can share point of views and construct knowledge together. I just want to be the facilitator, right? But of course, everything will depend on the students, right? I'm just going to provide them with the tools, but they have to build and construct the knowledge together, all right? All right, just to finalize this video, just want to let you know why you have to focus on me. Well, besides my bachelor degree and my 7 years of experience, I have to tell you that I'm very creative and enthusiastic, and I'm really devoted to my work, which makes me a really good candidate for this position as a teacher, right? As I mentioned before, I have experience on different subjects, right, in English, and also have taught Spanish too. So that makes me a good candidate for this position, right? Basically, through my experiences, I have developed skills in terms of lesson plan, students management, and development of dynamic resources to reinforce teaching and learning process, right? Uh, so basically, as you know, this is my main goal is to become a good teacher abroad, right? That's what I see very interesting of going to another country to share my knowledge as a teacher, to help the students to acquire a new language, but also to provide them with the resources in terms of improving their learning process. All right, this is it. So I hope that you like this video. This is basically pretty much my profile. So I see you next time.